That's because we're live now. We are live. All right. Little bit late, as per the usual. We were only on time one time this week. Okay. There's no Sasquatch in the starting video. I don't know where he is. What? I don't know. Alrighty. Oh, that one's wet. Okay, he's got nothing to hold today. He is bare-handed. All right. Do you want to have a glass of wine with me today during the video? It'll help with the math. Okay. Oops. All right. I'm going to get a couple pieces of scratch paper. All righty. Are you logged in? Okay. I am not yet logged in. All right. I need some scratch paper. Scratch paper. Okay. Let's see. What? The microphone? Okay. There's so much. We didn't do any cleaning from the other day. Yeah. I just have cups of water that I'm trying for us to not spill in the... Okie dokie. Pretty much standard, though. All right. We got stuff everywhere around. This is like crazy around here. Okay. I can hear myself over there. Oh, I can hear myself right here, too. Boom. Okie doke. All right, so this one is part of the menu today. We had a fresh bottle of wine back there that I see that my assistant has been holding back. Okay. You want to turn that down so it doesn't double? All righty, my friends. All righty. No, Suzette, you're not late. We're late. We are late. We are live and we are late. All right. Are we ready? Are you all warmed up? It's time for roll. Oh, wait. No, that was not a good one. My voice broke. Let me try it again. Roll call. It is really delayed up there. Do you want to turn it down, though? Because I can hear it over here. And I don't want it to double. Okay, are you going to do?
So, we got Happy Saturday, Nan. Suze, Happy Saturday to you too. Monica. Happy Saturday, Monica. Pat, how you doing, Lana? Elizabeth, how you doing out there in Arizona? Jan, hello to you, Jan. Cheryl Healy, hello. And Cheryl Otto, hello also. Let's see, we got Nona. How you doing, Nona? And Diana, how you doing, Diana? Let's see, Kevin and Susan. Kevin and Susan, hello. We got Moscow Stephanie. And good old Sumption. Hi, Shirley. And we got Pat Timp. Oh, he ran away. Absolutely, Pat. Renee.
Is there a secret camera in here?
Let's see. Downstairs, Gordon is back on top. Vicky, how you doing, Vicky? And Veronica, how you doing, Veronica? And Sue, how you doing, Sue? And Kathy McCluskey, how you doing, love? I've got Shirley Shores. Hi, Shirley. And let's see, Marjana. And we got Charlotte Kenny. How you doing, Charlotte? Judy. How you doing? Wave back to Judy.
Wave, wave.
Kay Rhodes. Hey, Kay. Sheila Earp. I think I got that right. It's like Wyatt Earp, I would imagine. So
There's a Wyatt Earp?
Sheila.
Oh,
Sheila.
hi, Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
Sheila owns a store, too.
Oh, hi, Sheila. And Susie Q.
Susie Q.
Bernice. Pebble. How you doing?
All
Terry.
right.
Couldn't find us. I'm glad you found us. Terry.
She couldn't find us because we were late.
I know, right? Definitely right. Right, so, and, you ready? We'll do this?
Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay, guys. Here's why we were late. We are at complete odds at how to finish this project. Okay? So, we are going to need your help, and then we will build one of them today. So, I had a few extra parts and pieces, and I see that I was drawing this at an angle, so that kind of sucks, but I might see if I can fix that later. Anyways, so I put together one more, so we had a set of 4. I just did it with all scraps from yesterday. So this is our 4th card for this set, but it still looks like it's drawing, so I'm going to set it off to the side for now. Okay, this is a new die that we got in, and this die is, I'm looking at my assistant because he checked him in.
No, it's mini expression.
Yeah, I was looking for more of like a price.
Oh,
But so it's a good size die here, but it says sending love and hugs. We just got a bunch of them in because this is a new one, and this one I think is really.
Special, $8.99 regular.
It's what now?
$8.99 regular, $8 special.
Okay, so it's normally a $9 die, and for those of you guys that are watching the video, we'll have it on special for you for $8 if you want it. And we've got quite a few in because I think this is such an awesome die. So we may work this into our final folio, but it'll sort of depend on how it goes. That's why I have it over here. Okay, so here's kind of the deal and how we kind of ran into some issues. So we have these cards, and they are 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. That is half of an A2. We've got a set of them, so I wanted to make a box. So the box that I made is the easy box, because I know it's Saturday. I didn't want to get too complicated with the math today. So these guys fit in here. I gave us a little extra room for envelopes. So that was my concept, and we could do a little magnetic closure on this one. So this is the box that we would make if that's the case. However, so this is where things got interesting. I thought, oh, it'll be interesting to make some envelopes and put them in the box. Well, okay, so if you pull out your envelope punch board and you measure here, okay, so to measure, these are, remember, what did I say, 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So you have to go up 2 1/2 inches. So the 1/2 inch then becomes 4 1/2 by 2 3/4 becomes 3. So then you're going to make an envelope for a 3 by 4 1/2. And so I did that just to kind of test, because that's how it does it. It doesn't do it on the quarters. So it's fine. My envelope is a little bit big. That's totally fine. However, then we found that they didn't fit in my box. So if we go for the box and we want envelopes, I'm going to have to wing it a little bit from some notes that I took. Totally fine. We can do that. Now, I'm going to call my assistant over here because he has another idea of what we're going to do, which we don't have a prototype for, but we can wing it because he's got a decent idea in his head. And then you guys will vote. Okay? So he's going to tell us, no, it doesn't really have to do with that, does it? Here, do it on this one so that they can see better. We'll still decorate neither one of both of them with that. Okay. Okay. Well, they can hear you, so just explain it. Sell your idea, and then so that they'll vote on it.
It wasn't for sale.
Sell them your idea.
So it's going to be a folio like this. This. There'll be a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. It will fold over, so these will sit in the pocket like that, and fold something like that, but something, I think. I'm not an engineer. So,
no, okay, so let's talk. So we've got, it'll be like a tall, skinny folio with a fold right here, and cards will be presented on either side. Yeah. Okay. And then would you want the pocket so just the back sticks in so you actually see the whole thing when you open it? That could be kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So
okay. That was a great idea.
So it slides in the back. Yeah, I told you it was a great idea, but you shot it down.
No. Okay, friends, here we go. So we need you to vote either box or folio. So tell us which one you want us to make, and then we will make them live. If we do the folio, there probably won't be room for envelopes, although we could make room for envelopes. Oh, he said no envelopes with his idea. No envelopes for his idea, but his will have room for the 4 cards. And by the end of it, this other card might be dry. We'll see. And if we do the box, we're going to have to wing it because mine isn't big enough. So, okay. Are you quick doing? Oh, he's got his hands in the air. He's counting.
Okay, the box is going to win.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the box has a lot.
Okay. Are they still voting? Oh, Marjana wants the folio. Stephanie wants the folio. The folio might be made. It's like the come from behind winner at the Kentucky Derby. Oh, Scrappy voted.
Oh, whoa, folio is coming up. Folio.
Folio.
Folio come up from behind for the win.
Okay. I'm going to need a paper trimmer.
Okay.
All right. You guys have made his weekend. I'm sure I'm going to hear about this a lot. That's okay. All right. So I'm going to need my ruler. So do we want... Oh, now they're just... Oh, I see. Now they're not only voting, but they're also modifying. I see. You guys just want it all today. You want it all. All right. Well, let me grab the envelope. So they want the folio with envelopes. Okay. Maybe the Works tool will give me a better one. Okay, so we'll do the folio with the envelope. Now, mind you guys, I have zero plan for this, so we are going to wing it in 30 minutes. We're going to get this. I don't need the stamp platform. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go. So what we need to know for our folio is we need to know that our envelopes are 3 3/8. This is my scratch one, okay? 3 3/8 wide. And my envelopes are 4 3/4 tall.
What if you take your 1/8 of an inch off of both of them and shrink it a little bit?
Well, it throws this thing off when it goes to make it. So I'm sticking with the envelope punch board envelope to make everybody's life easier. Okay, so we're going to do it based on the size of the envelope. That way you can also stick an envelope in each pocket, okay? All right, so now here's how this math is going to work. Do you guys have your drinking material? Because math is much funner. Funner? See, it's already fun. Okay, so we know, hey, would you mind doing me a quick favor? Would you glue these extra envelopes together? So we have them for display. So what we know is that these guys are 3 3/8 inch wide. So when we cut our little pockets to put on the inside, we need just a little bit more space to glue the pockets down than how wide the envelope is. So if it's 3 3/8 wide, let's make our pocket, let's make our pocket 4 1/4. That gives us some room to glue and room to stick stuff in there, okay? So 4 1/4 is how wide? Yeah, I think that'll work. So 4 1/4 is the width of our pocket, and we'll make it, that seems like a decent thickness. Make it 1.5 inches tall. Okay, so these are our pockets. Now, are you going to glue those together for me, hon? I mean, assistant.
Screw that all up.
What did you screw up?
Folded.
This is why you're not making the folio. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I managed to.
Just try to refold it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just copy paper. These don't have to be perfect. I just need something so that we have something to scale here. So if ever you guys need a lesson on the envelope punch board, don't ask the assistant. So, because earlier I asked him to measure the cards and cut me paper for the for the envelopes, and he just measured it in one direction. It was very funny. All right, so I think these will kind of work. These are our temporary envelopes. So what we know then is we're going to probably, just for the sake of things, thank you, have this about the same height as 12 inches, and that we can always trim it down. But mostly what we need is we need width. So we want, our pockets are 4 1/4 wide, but we're going to want a little bit of room on the inside. So let's just assume that our folio is going to be 5 inches wide, period. So
We're gonna need for the back, for the bind.
do you want a space in there too?
I think so. I think that'd probably be good. It should,
Okay. All right. So here's how this is going to lay out. Are you guys ready for this? It's going to be 10 1/8 inch wide. Okay. I need, actually, can you cut this to 10 1/8 inch? There's a frowny face on his face. So let's see what we get back. 10 1/8. Okay. All right. So now for our folio. Folios are actually quite easy to put together. So I'm going to use my works tool here, but I'm going to flip this over. This is my prototype one, and we'll do it real quick. We just have to figure out our measurements. So I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to put this in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score. Remember, we just decided it was going to be 5 inches wide. So we're going to score at 5 inches, and then I'm going to give myself a spine of 1/8 of an inch. Okay? Not a lot. This just gives us a little bit of breathing room on the inside of our folio. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this, and I want to make sure that I do keep the integrity of this spine. Hang on one second. The 1/8 is probably the hardest one to fold. Okay, can you cut me 4 pieces out of a different piece of scratch paper that are 4 1/4 by 1 1/2? But pick a different color so that we can see it pretty well. Okay, so the nice thing about a folio that's awesome, and this particular folio, let me move our, is that that's the only scoring we're going to have to do. So folios are really, really easy. Once you get your math down, they become very easy and quick to put together. So I wanted it out of not the good cardstock. This is just our prototype. Just that big pile right there. Maybe the pink so that it'll show up. So here's how I do it. In the meantime, I'm just going to, wow, that was a hell of a fold job. I love these envelopes. They are wacky. They are wacky. 4 1/4 by 1 1/2, yeah, and I need 4 of them. So I wanted to do this folio on some practice paper first, and I always do that. So when you get, sometimes you might get like those packs of cardstock or whatever that have all those random weird papers, colors, and you use all the good ones, and then you've got all the others left over. I always save those, and I save them for projects like this. So when I initially did my first set of boxes, the first box that I did, I actually, you can see right here, I just wrote right on it and then cut my scrap paper. But I didn't cut it today because I wanted you guys still to get to see what those look like. Okay, awesome. So he's got our pockets ready for us. Now what we're going to do, on the inside of our folio, let me get these out of the way for a second. I'm going to take 2 of my envelopes, and I'm just going to place them about where I think that I want my display thing here to be. And I need to have a little bit of room for my pocket to glue under this one. So remember also that the envelopes are a little bit bigger than these guys, so they'll sit in just like that. Now we do have a plan to make some more interesting envelopes than these. These are just our prototype envelopes. Okay, so now to put these in real quick, we are just going to take our glue and we're going to do thin lines on 3 sides. Okay. And because I know about where my envelope is going to be, doesn't have to be in there for the gluing. That'll help it stay flat. You can do scored type pockets so that you've got flaps behind that glue and stuff like that, but this is going to just be the easiest one. And since we're making this on the fly, I feel like easy is a pretty good route to go today. Inger. Inger's funny. I too love it when I get to math. Oh my gosh, am I wearing my math shirt today? I am. I have this one t-shirt that I absolutely love, and it says, "Dear Math, why can't you solve your own problems?" And I just so randomly happened to put it on today. That's funny. It was actually the 3rd t-shirt I grabbed too. So, okay. So now I've got the pockets on these 2 sides, and then I'm going to put the pockets on these 2 sides probably about the same. Okay, I'm putting this one together super fast because remember, this is our prototype. Then we've got to really move on the other one, but the other one's black. So when we move on the other one, I'm going to have my trusty assistant come over and cut pattern paper so that we can decorate this sucker awesome. Okay, so this is our folio, and then what I would do if it were me, and it is me, so I'm going to do it, is I would take this guy, and I know these are my pockets. I could actually fold this backwards for this part. Oh, it's not even folded even. Okay, and I'm going to trim off the bottom because I don't actually want my folio to be 12 inches tall. That seems excessive. So there we go. So that's the inside of our folio. Now, if we take our envelopes. What? We have the spine in here. Would you like to come look at it close up? This is what he's talking about. He'll see it on the video now. There you go. Yep. So this is how this little folio is going to go together. And this is so cute. But so let me just show you what my concept was. By this, I mean my assistant's concept. He's going to get all the credit for this. But gosh, your folding is really not great on these envelopes. They have to still fit in the pocket. Okay. These bottom ones are not glued together, but that's okay. Neither here nor there. All right. So we've got this cute little thing right here, right? All right. So then my thought was, when you go to put these in, you only put the back of the card in, and then you've got this cute little look. Isn't that adorable? So this way you don't cover up, because remember yesterday we did frantic card making. And it was not a relaxed experience by any means. But so isn't this cute? So do you guys feel comfortable with the math on that? Let's see. Would it be better to score on the pockets? You can. I do pockets like this all the time because they're so easy. But you just have to make sure not to get your adhesive to the edge. If you do the scoring, then your pocket actually measurements would be shorter because the adhesive is underneath and you'll have all the way to the edge to put stuff in. So, all right, my friends, let's rock and roll for the actual folio. I need a sheet of black paper, and we are going to need it cut to, does anybody remember what our measurements were? 10 1/8 wide, and we'll go 11 inches tall. So for anybody making notes, we've got 10, I'll bring this up. These are the notes for our folio for these cards that we're making. Okay, that's the size of the base folio, and this is the size of our pockets. Everything else is going to come together piece of cake. I say that. I wonder if that's an overpromise. Might be. 10, not 10. Did you cut 10 1/8? Okay, 10 1/8 by 11. Yeah, cut from the bottom and hold close to the thing so that it's nice and square. Is that 10 1/8? Hold close to the blade so that it doesn't, yep, there you go. Okay. All right, so what we're going to use for our folio is, this is a heavyweight smooth black cardstock, and then I'm going to need the pockets in black as well. So just kind of to let you know also where we're going to go is we're going to need some decorative paper for the inside, and you can pick anything you want. If you want the eyeglasses on the outside, that's totally fine. If you want the eyeglasses on the inside, they'll get covered up a little bit more. But I need the pockets too. So all of that's going to happen. Okay. Okay. So do you guys remember we're going to score at 5 inches and we're going to score at 5 1/8. So I've got it in here so that it measures 10 1/8. And so that's when we score at 5 1/8. This last piece will also be 5 inches. Okay. So that's 5. And then we're going to score at 5 1/8. Now with this heavyweight cardstock, it's going to be a little bit harder for you guys to see because I'm working on black. But the black with the decorative paper is going to make this project really, really sharp. So I'm going to talk to you about the measurements, even though you may or may not be able to see them. But I switched to this scoreboard because you can actually see the measurements along the top for this one. So your project was like, it was like the Kentucky Derby horse. What's that one called? The one that's not projected to win, that comes from behind?
Any race that someone's come from behind and win?
No, there's like a term, right? The
Come from halfway win?
yeah, but isn't there a term? The long shot.
Oh. That was a long shot.
It was a little bit of a long shot. Okay. I love it when you guys vote. It totally helps us solve our... I guess I could call this one an argument. Probably was.
Inside.
Okay, so the inside, can you cut that? Remember, they're 5-inch pieces. So I'm going to give you easier math, and definitely cut it so that the houses are going up. So they're, yep. So let's do 4 3/4 by 10 3/4. And I need 2 of them. So right now, while he's doing that, I'm just double reinforcing the folds on my folio here with my scoring tool to make sure that they are really well embedded in the paper. And then I'm going to do it the opposite direction as well. What I find, especially with this heavyweight paper, I love this paper because for doing folios and things like this, the paper itself is thick enough that it holds some weight. Okay, thank you. And then the pockets. I need the pockets. But it also means on these scoring things, it could be a wee bit of a challenge to get these really, like most scores, if this was a 1/4 inch, not a big deal, but this 1/8 inch is a little bit tricky. Okay, so I think we're good. I think I am happy with my spine. The pockets are 4 1/4 by 1 1/2 in black. Yeah, and then I'll have you do the decorative paper too. So I'm going to have, he gave us, this is the paper that he chose. I love this choice. Good choice. We're going to quickly glue this on. Oh, did you choose it for the houses or the polka dots? Houses. Okay, good, because I already put glue on the polka dots. So you could go with really any kind of adhesive that you want for this. I tend to use liquid glue because, as many of you guys know, it's sitting right here on my table. But sometimes for these things, I would go with score tape too. It just kind of depends on the project. Oops, let's get this nice and straight. I'm not sure exactly how straight that is, but okay. So we are going quick today. 4 1/4 by 1 1/2, yeah. Okay, so look at how quickly this is coming together. This is pretty fun. All right, now this is that Vicky Bouton paper that we showed on another project. We really, really like it. Okay, so I'm going to grab my envelopes again and just place these in here so that I kind of have an idea of where they're going to go. Now, on the other one, I started from the top, but actually, as I think this through, I think if we start this from the bottom, it's going to make it a little bit easier, because the other one we needed to trim down. This one, we already know how much room we've got. So I'm going to stick the 2 pockets on the bottom down. Oh, don't walk away. Huh? Oh, okay. Because I need you to cut decorative paper for the pockets now. Something that's going to pop on these pockets. But remember that this is going to go over the top of it.
Aloha.
Hello. Oh, hi, Katie. Okay. So I need the decorative paper for the pockets. But remember, just a reminder, this is going to go like this. So you want something that will be nice, look nice. Are we going to do the envelopes out of that? Yes. The envelopes are going to be that yellow. I'm probably going to do that yellow that's on the back side of that.
This one? That one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, maybe the back side of either one of those would work. Either one. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to just put this in here for measurement's sake. Okay. And we are going to have to rock and roll here. We're getting we started late, so we got a little bit of time still. Okay. So I'm just kind of matching these up like I think my pockets may not be exactly cut to size, but uh-oh, we just and then there light. Okay, this one's out too. Apparently all the lights are out, so hopefully you guys can still see us. We've lost all the lights in our crafting space. All right, thank you. Okay, he's going to try and give us a remedy. So when I'm gluing the pockets down, again, we're just doing glue on 3 sides. The nice thing about black, though, is that you really can see the glue. So we're going to just kind of center it like that. I'm going to quickly add a envelope to make sure that my pocket is still good. Pull it down just a little bit. Okay. Ta-da! And any luck? You can move the extension cord to the table. That's fine. Okay. My technical assistant here is just moved into the backstage manager. Production manager, that's it, right? Isn't that what you're doing? He's not answering either, but that's okay. All right. So this is the paper that he chose for these, and he made them too big. So we're going to quickly cut them down. And because, okay, so we've got 1 1/2, so we're going to cut them to 1 1/4. We're just going to stay kind of consistent with what we've got going on there. So we're going to cut them to 1 1/4 by 4. You were making such a ruckus. It's very hard to do math when you are ruckusing over there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, literally everything just like, you know in those action movies where they're like mountain climbing to get out of some big cavern and then one guy falls? That was like literally what all just happened on the craft table. Everything went, and there went the light. Oh. All right, we're good? I think we're good. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Yeah, just don't spill the wine. That is safely protected from whatever it is that he's doing over there. But I like how you're thinking, Nan. Save the important stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to need something for the cover. Okay, because we are actually, funny, almost done with the inside. Okay, so I gave these pretty big borders. I see how my measurements here were a little off on the pockets, but that's okay. So I'm going to need the cover paper. So I want it cut to the same size as the houses. That is going to be... No. I need it 4 3/4 wide by 10 3/4 tall. Okay, and we're almost done with the inside. This is, you guys, because of time, this is like a super, super simple folio. Kathy's priorities, Nan. Priorities.
10 3/4 tall.
10 3/4 tall, yeah. And we can even add in a ribbon closure if we have time, if you want to pick a ribbon after you're done there. All right, so look at this, you guys. While he's doing that, I'm going to have him, he actually gave me pre-cut some paper for making the envelopes. So this is how our folios come together pretty quick, right? And these little cards are going to go in there. But if you will hand me those squares that you already cut. I need 4 of them. Okay, so this is the paper he picked for the envelopes. So hopefully it's cut to size. And what did I say we needed to do? 3 by 4 1/2, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start it at 2 3/4. Now, if you haven't pulled out your envelope punch board for a while, the remember, the only time you have to measure is this first one. So 2 3/4, I'm going to put it right here, punch that, and run that along. And now every time I'm just going to line this little notch up with the line that I just scored. And I'm going to do 4 of these envelopes. And then probably I will do the folding because we just saw how he did the folding. Okay. Could you fold those on the line, do you think?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. And then could you get me a ribbon? Something you might like for the outside of the folio? So what I love about the envelope punch board is I know when we put it into class that a number of you guys are using it, but a number of you guys also tell me, oh, I haven't pulled it out in a while, or it's still in the box. So I'm going to give you guys the challenge over the weekend to pull out your envelope punch board, read the directions if you haven't, and start using it. Because this is such a good way to use up some of those patterned papers that you may or may not ever use. Because, and when somebody gets an envelope that isn't just white, let's say it's, you know, like the colors of these ones, they're so fun to get in the mail because it's really, really eye-catching. You got all those bills in there in white envelopes, and then you have this beautiful, beautiful card that is coming in a really pretty package. Okay, so I'm going to quickly glue these together. So now when we do our coupon books, I make 100 envelopes. And so this is how I do them very quickly. I will usually fold all of them, and I have the little tabs on the outside, then I just glue and put that just like that. Something a little bigger. See how tall our folio is? Like a wider, you know, like a wide black satin ribbon or something like that. So not a satin, but I mean something thicker like that. It's your project, actually. You can pick the ribbon. I just think that one's a little thin for as big as this folio is. So I would say you could pick the ribbon, but I am going to veto the one you first gave me. Oh, did I talk you into it, Terry? Well, you're welcome. Okay, if that's the one you pick for the paper that you picked, do you want it against this? And it needs to be able to tie a bow because it's going to go actually under the paper. Yeah, for the closure. Yeah, I don't know. Is there not a black ribbon over there? Just something black or something orange or yellow or any color in those eyeballs. I mean, the eyeglasses. Boy, you guys, this was a this was a 2-part class, and both days are flying by the seat of our pants. It's like crazy, crazy crafting. Something you can tie a bow with. Why don't you just bring me like 10 choices and I'll tell you which one will work. But that color would be great. But in like a ribbon, like the one you brought me. Okay. So now our envelopes are done. And if you were going to give this as a gift to somebody, I would put a thin score tape right here because then they don't have to have glue. Now that we've done that, let's just make sure these little suckers are going to work in here. Oh, that is so cute. These are coming together great. Oops. Oh, look at how cute this is coming, you guys. Isn't this adorable? Ah! I am not going to live this down all weekend. I can tell you that, though. This is fully designed in the assistant's head prior to making this. Okay. So these cards, there's so much junk on the table. are going to go inside the folio, just like that. And my other one's still drying, so I probably, oh no, not the red clothespins. It's going to be too thick. I didn't put, you can put that on the cover. So this is the inside of our folio so far. So when we close it up, then people will open it and they'll be presented with these really beautiful cards, but they will get to see them. Okay, so what ribbon did we pick? Before I glue this on, I need the ribbon. Okay. This will be fine. All right, so for the ribbon, we're going to put the ribbon on first, and then what I would like is this orange we made these out of. If you would give me maybe one of those penny black dies, some sort of a rectangle we can put on the front of this. So in order to know how much ribbon I need, I know that I'm going to need the width of our folio, of course, right? And then I'm going to need probably at least double that to be able to tie the bow to have this guy closed. So I'm going to, you know what, could you grab me those adhesive lines too? I think they're up there. Or score tape or something. Okay, so now I've got my ribbon cut. Okay, thank you. I'm going to find the center of the ribbon. That center of the ribbon is going to go around the backs, around this part right here. And that's how I'll keep my ribbon perfectly perfectly centered, okay? So if you want to tie this in the middle, you could use your centering ruler if you cared that much, which I guess we can. We can care that much, right? We've got some time. We got about 15 minutes. So you can't really see it, but I've just centered my ruler. I'm going to use the 0 and put my score tape right there. That'll tell me approximately where I want my ribbon. And I'm going to just fold this. I'm going to take another piece here and put it right out there. And on the back side. Okay, so now I'm going to take, say, the front or the back. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to take the adhesive off one side, and I know where the center of my thing is. It's a little hard because this is close to the thing. I don't have a lot of room to spread stuff out, but I'm going to just lay it right here, and I'm going to hold this up and let gravity pull this down. Okay, I don't have a lot of room for gravity to work here, but now I'm going to turn it over to the other side, pull this down, pull this one off, and I'm also going to let gravity work, but I'm going to make sure that they line up together. Okay, now see, we've got our ribbon on. Easy, right? Easy? Yeah, that'd be perfect. Okay. So this is what he wants for the front of his folio, which I don't blame him. This is the best paper ever. I'm going to need you to cut it. Could you cut it out of the orange paper? We got to hurry, hon. I need the orange paper that you did the envelopes. I'm glad I opened this. This would have been upside down. But luckily, all the glasses we wouldn't have known until I got the sentiment on. That would have been the best. And totally, final touch, and it's totally upside down. Okay. Huh? It's got to be a size that will fit this die. Okay. So there's so many ways that you could actually decorate this even more. This is the basic version of this folio today. But if you think how fast we've actually gotten this folio together, it's pretty remarkable, given that we had to figure out the math and everything. So, and we did a prototype, remember? So this particular folio, if you took notes, this particular folio will go together really, really quickly. If you didn't take notes, then you can just re-watch it later. I probably won't type up the directions for this because, so there we go. Look at, that's pretty awesome, right? I still can't put this other one in. It's the glossy accents is still drying. I might need to fix that a little bit, but okay. So here is our folio. Here's the outside. We are going to, he's giving me a sentiment, and then do you just want to die cut that sentiment in black? So I had him use the penny black set of dies to just cut us a rectangle for the front, and I'm going to just place it right here. I think, does it fit this way? Can I see the die real quick? Yeah, that'd be perfect. Huh?
The houses. The houses are going to be so much better.
Maybe the darker color. The darker blue. Now just hand me a scrap and you'll see. Okay. You got to make a decision fast. We're running out of time.
Let's do house.
The house is the worst of the choices.
Give me the blue there.
Okay.
Let's say what you want.
You got to hurry. Ah! Okay. This is how we ran into issues today because he's not as fast of a decision maker as I am, so I think this one looks real pretty once you put black on it. But now we don't know if the black sentiment's going to pop as much, but give it a try. Okay. All right. So you cut it sideways, but that's what it is now. Tick tock, tick tock. Okay, while he's doing that, I'm going to go through the recap. Okay, so we are going to be using this one here, and this one is on special for you guys watching the video for $8. This die that we just got in, pretty awesome. Yesterday, I did not give you the price on Happy Hour, but Happy Hour with all those parts and pieces, that one is $19.99, and we do have a bunch coming. They did not arrive today, but they will be here next week. The penny black stamp, I don't have that price sitting in front of me. I think it was like $18 or $19. And that one had all of those awesome sentiments that he read out yesterday. We've got this cool ribbon that we're using. I actually really like the ribbon that you chose. And then the Vicky Bouton papers. Okay, so you better get to cutting the blue if you decide it's not going to stand out. Okay. And I think that's perfect. Yeah. Can I need the sticky grid. Okay, is there anything else we need to do a recap on? Okay. So I am using the sticky grid. We just got a huge box back in stock. So I think we got 50 more packages of this because we did sell out for a while. Oh, I just put it right in the bald spot. Let me move this over here. So if you guys are running low on the sticky grid because you've been using it like we have, like crazy, it is back in stock, so we can add that to your, I need the paper piercer is a better one, but this will work. So we can add that to your pile if you want it. If you are just joining us and are like, what is sticky grid? Nope, not sticky grid. How did you not correct me? I'm trying to do all the sticky specs. This is sticky specs. So it's 5 sheets of adhesive. It's little tiny specks. And so they're great for putting on the back of your die cuts like this one here. Okay, where you don't want to put glue on. Is that pretty good? Good. Okay. And now we're going to glue this on. I cannot believe we're actually going to get this one done. Good job, team. We made a whole folio. Can you guys believe that? From scratch. The only concept was in his head. That is awesome. Where would you like this? Right here?
Yeah, right. That's good.
Looks good? Okay. Boom. Whole folio. So can you just hold this straight up so that I can just hold this straight up? Okay. He's going to raise the camera just a little bit. Just make sure it stays. So this is what our folio looks like. Pretty neat. Did you just put this on here? Okay. So pretty cool. We did that all in like, I don't know, 30 minutes probably. And then he added a vintage clothespin just because he likes to throw in random stuff at the end. So that is our project for today. I cannot believe we did it. We did it. Good job, team. Nicely done. So we will be back on Tuesday at 2 o'clock with more projects, and we have a lot of stuff coming in next week. So tune in next week because we'll show you some new products, probably more than just What's New Wednesday. So have a great weekend, my friends, and get some relaxing and some sunshine in, hopefully. We will see you guys all on Tuesday. Bye-bye.